Hi, my name is Billy, and God has had me on an incredible journey over the last several years. In November of 2022, I made the decision to go public with my baptism here at Restored Church. I knew coming up out of the water something was going to be different. It wasn't until a few weeks later that I started hitting a very difficult part of my journey. I was feeling very anxious a good chunk of the time. I was a lot more emotional. There were times where I would be struggling just to get out of my bed and get dressed and realize that I still had responsibilities that I needed to fulfill. Essentially, where things got a lot scarier is when the thought of just giving up and ending my life started to become more prone. If I fed into every emotion and every lie that I was being told about myself during that time, I did not want to be one of those people that fed into the lies, and essentially I would become a statistic. Several months later, I realized that things weren't going to be getting better unless I had a conversation with Tim Walker. I realized that not just Pastor Tim, but all the other people around me were willing to love me and support me through whatever this was that I was going through. Jesus brought me hope in the midst of that dark season by repeatedly pointing me back to His Word. There were times where I did not want to pray. I did not want to read my Bible. I did not want to be around people. And I did not want to be here on a Sunday morning. Jesus repeatedly would surround me with people that were able to love me, even though the circumstances were heavy. He repeatedly pointed me back to His Word. He repeatedly reminded me that my circumstance and my situation was not a bother to the people around me. Currently, I have made a choice to serve on Restored's worship team. I currently serve in hospitality as a greeter some Sunday mornings, and I currently serve in United Youth Ministries as well. The reason I made the choice to serve in the youth ministry is if God was able to help me out of the dark season that I had found myself in, who's to say that my story of mental health isn't important enough to help one of the teens. To the community that I'm able to be a part of here at Restore Church, thank you for constantly loving and supporting me, even though times were rough. The encouragement and the prayers have meant the world.